Bradlees Department Store was a discount department store chain that was in operation from 1958 until 2001. Welcome to Eric C. Productions. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified of my latest video that are posted during the week. Be sure to hit that like button and leave a suggestion or comment. You might see that video in a future posting. Thanks for watching, and now back to the program.
We got it. Smile, it's all right here. We got it. Value so great with your way of living. We want to make your dreams come true. You'll get a great buy at Bradlees today. Smile, smile, smile.
The first Bradlees store opened in New London, Connecticut on March 14, 1958. The company was conceived by three businessmen in Connecticut who envisioned a store that offered a wide variety of goods at discount prices. Because the three met to discuss their idea for the new store at the Bradley International Airport outside of Hartford, Connecticut, they chose to call their store Bradlees. Rather than having all of its merchandise owned by one vendor, it was comprised of a group of departments, each of which was run by a different licensee. In 1961, just 3 years after its founding, the fledgling enterprise was acquired by Stop & Shop, a New England grocery store chain. With its purchase by Stop & Shop, Bradlees received a much-needed infusion of capital. In the early 1960s, the company gradually moved from a licensee operation to a direct ownership of its various departments by letting its arrangements with its licensees expire. Throughout the 60s, Bradlees grew rapidly as the discount department store industry came of age. By 1968, the company boasted 52 stores, which produced annual revenues of $139 million. Throughout the 70s, Bradlees continued to expand the number of stores it operated around the Northeast. The company also altered the nature and content of its merchandise in an effort to position itself as a retailer of high-quality, low-cost goods. Bradlees increased the amount of clothing and accessories that it sold. In addition, in response to greater consumer interest in do-it-yourself home improvements, the company began to devote a larger quantity of display space to hardware and housewares. Throughout this time, Bradlees also spent money to upgrade its facilities. Renovations focused on increasing the amount of space devoted to sales in each of its outlets and to modernizing fixtures such as racks and shelves. In 1978, the company also announced that it would be opening 6 to 10 discount stores devoted exclusively to women's sportswear in junior and misses sizes. By the end of the 1970s, Bradlees' overall sales had risen to $634 million. The company entered the following decade poised for greater growth in a highly competitive discount retailing environment dominated by giants such as Walmart and Kmart. With this strong revenue growth, Bradlees sought to meet the challenge of its mammoth competitors by expanding its geographic scope. In 1982, the company announced that it purchased 13 Memco stores located in the greater Washington, D.C. area from the Lucky Stores Company. At that time, the company also launched an advertising campaign that sought to blur the traditional distinction between discount stores and the more upscale department stores. Bradlees continued its policy of expansion through acquisition in the mid-1980s. The company made public its acquisition of 18 stores in the Jefferson Ward discount chain, which Bradlees purchased from Montgomery Ward. These outlets, which made up Montgomery Ward's northern division, were located in the Philadelphia area. Despite this aggressive expansion, Bradlees lost market share throughout 1985. This posed a serious problem for its corporate parent, Stop & Shop, since this company had diversified into a number of different retail chains which had lost money in the mid-1980s. And Stop & Shop was looking to Bradlees, its stronger property, to compensate for red ink and other parts of its operation. In April of 1989, Bradlees unrolled a new advertising campaign in Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Pennsylvania. In this push, Mrs. B, the old Bradlees spokeswoman, was replaced by a series of Bradlees shoppers who delivered monologues about what drew them to the store. These ads had been designed with the input of focus groups and surveys to allow the store to reach out to the customers. Many Bradlees stores had snack stands or lunch counters that served soft drinks, hot dogs, french fries, soft pretzels, ice cream, prepackaged cookies, and various other food items to shoppers. In 1993, Bradlees added Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, and Dunkin' Donut items to some of the stores that did not have snack stands and new stores constructed during this time. In 1992, Stop & Shop Inc. sold Bradlees to an investment group, and the chain continued as a separate company. By 1994, the company was unprofitable after attempting to open several new stores in New Jersey and in New York. Bradlees filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in June of 1995 and closed down some of the underperforming stores. The company successfully emerged from bankruptcy in February of 1999. The fortunes of Bradley took a turn for the worse in 2000, and on December 26, 2000, the company announced the filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy protection and said that Bradlees would begin liquidation sales as soon as possible, ending business. Executives of Bradlees said it filed for bankruptcy protection because of a general economic downturn, including rising interest rates and higher gas and heating oil prices that had left customers with less disposable income. The executives also said new competition, unseasonable weather in the first half of 2000, and the tightening of trade credit contributed to its inability to operate profitably. In early January 2001, the chain started their liquidation sales, and the final store closed on March 15, 2001. At the time of its liquidation, the company had 10,000 employees and 105 stores in 7 states. Many of the former store locations were purchased by Walmart. Hey, you just watched my video. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button and please subscribe to Eric C. Productions.